Tongwe do je je re sun ron shin ja ma do de je pon jam ba sur je lumbo da bra ji be ka shak je ja be ja dong gu zan za dur je jan je de lo na ro dang ma ba ma la ju je gam bo ba pa mo de ba ja wan do gong ba ka ju la ma nam je da jo je da nan na zero dom je do la ma la pa la ye ji so so La sun yun den jam sun a la wan din re don chen re be ge le zo chen chen sa be la ma che che ku sun do che sin la da 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 ge je la ben ne da ge den ba dan sun che che don ja chen bon re par sin je la do zo da ge lo chi sun ro par sin je la do zo Lam dan ro var zin je la do zo lan ro va se var zin je la do zo ro va yi je zan ja var zin je la do zo. Good afternoon. I just play. I know you were that. um, any times we start to practice Dharma, we have three responsibilities. First is generate bodhicitta, and then second is main practice, and the third is dedication. Whether you practice for longer or short, anytime we have to remember about these three responsibilities. First, the generate bodhicitta. That is very important. And the benefit of the practice bodhicitta is so there is a great benefit. Shantideva and Buddha and many masters also said that if you generate bodhicitta at that moment, and then this benefit is in order to this benefit is bigger than this earth, this Mother Earth. In other hand, we are since beginningless we are cycling exist in this samsara. For that reason, we have many bad karmas. So this is not easy to purify. But due to the practice bodhicitta, then it will purify lots of non-virtues and bad karma. For example, in the night, if we don't have light here, then this temple is dark, completely dark. but we turn on the light, single light, then it removes all the darkness. Same like that. Since beginnings, we accumulated many ignorance and non-virtues. But whenever we arise bodhicitta, at that moment, our mind is completely become clear. So it is so important. So first we generate bodhicitta. If you don't have idea how to generate bodhicitta, just you be happy. Be happy. If you have the idea of how to practice bodhicitta, then please you generate bodhicitta. The simply how to practice bodhicitta is today's our meditation is for the benefit of all mother sentient beings. Okay, let us do that. Okay. The second is we analyze our motivation. Now I don't want to analyze your motivation, and you also don't analyze my motivation. But you analyze your motivation by yourself. What do you think right now? We generate bodhicitta this past. We did, right? And now I stop to talk here. At the same time, gently close your eyes. And then you just turn your focus inside. And just you learn your motivation. What do you think? Okay? Please gently close your eyes and analyze your own mind or motivation. Just to let you know what do you think right now. Okay. So perhaps you think you still remain the bodhicitta in your mind because moment ago we practiced on there. Perhaps in your mind have many different other thoughts. Perhaps your mind is unclear. That means you cannot see anything from your mind right now. But anyhow, why you are coming here? Are you coming here? So, for example, why am I coming here? I'm coming here for changing motivation. So Shakyamuni Buddha, he taught 84,000 scriptures. All of these ideas are to change the motivation. So at least in this moment, we are going to change the motivation. We are going to forget about any situations in the past. We are going to stop to thinking about the future, what we will do and what will happen. So just stay in Dharma mind in this moment. Stay in Dharma mind. So that means your motivation, you have to clean your motivation. I cannot make clean your motivation. Your friends cannot make clean your motivation in this moment. Only you can make clean your motivation. Right? So that means you forget past, you don't remember future, and you just stay in this moment, the present motivation. In this present motivation, if there's some different thoughts or different kind of the attachment and aversions, you don't follow them. Just you acknowledge them. So this is so important. The main reason of meditation is that, right? In regular terms, sometimes we have arise attachment, we follow that. Sometimes we lost our freedom because of the power of attachment. Sometimes we follow the angry emotion. At that time also we lost freedom. So then sometimes, the most of the time, not sometimes, we follow ignorance. Ignorance means unclear. So this three position is feelings that always mislead us. We always follow them, and then they makes problems. So to be alert is so important. And now we are going to start the meditation. And first, everybody physically just stay comfortably. It's depend with your legs and your physical condition. So we don't want to make rules, but in the mentally, just you relax and you don't focus about the past situation, and you also don't focus about the future, even though tomorrow or this evening you don't focus about them. But one thing just you focus in this present moment, and you just be relaxed and just still the thoughts arise from your mind, and just let them arise and then just let them go. Just you say goodbye and then they will go. So let us do that. Okay. And now we start to this method of meditation. If we don't have objects, it's sometimes a little difficult to meditate. So we prefer the object of meditation. We prefer over breath. But today, you only I have freedom. Okay, this is new experience. It's first page. Today we meditate about the feeling, right? We mindful on the feeling. So when you start to focus on your feeling, first you don't want to arise any kind of feelings. You just focus on your feeling, and then if your feeling is the feeling of happiness, just you stay on there. That means you acknowledge, oh, this is the feeling of happiness. As much as you can stay there, you stay there. And if your feeling is the feeling of the suffering, and just you acknowledge that. You don't try to reject that feeling. Just you acknowledge that. And you stay there. You stay means you focus on there as much as you can. If your feeling is the feeling of equanimity, actually this is perfect. So then just you focus on that feeling of equanimity. Just you acknowledge that, oh, this is the feeling of equanimity. The feeling has two different things. There are many people, so everybody has different feelings. Some feeling of happiness is about the physical. Some feeling of happiness is meant in the mind. So wherever you focus, it's up to you. So just start to focus the feeling on our feeling. First, you little bit check. Little bit check means a little bit analyze about your feeling. If you would like to learn your feeling on your body, it's okay. If you would like to learn your feeling in your mind, it's also okay. And then perhaps you find a feeling of happiness. At the same time, then you just stay there. Make sense? When you find the feeling of suffering, you just stay there. If you find the feeling of equanimity, you just stay there. Okay? Ready? Close your eyes gently and then start to practice on there. Okay, thank you. Short and sweet. Longer and space is not good during the meditation. And then I have many questions, but just kidding. It's so important. I appreciate you protect you save others' life and you save your own life. So only me is stupid here now. So and sometimes this is really interesting. We look at our feelings. Sometimes our feeling is the feeling of attachment. Just acknowledge that. Sometimes our feeling is the feeling of angry emotion. Sometimes ignorance, sometimes suffering, sometimes happiness. So always we have different feelings, right? And then we just focus on that. We don't reject, we don't try to reject them. This is an important method. Also, uh, we look at our feeling. If you cannot find some any kind of special feeling from your mind or from your body, then you don't think or you don't have feeling. Okay, maybe you cannot find your feeling at that moment. Your feeling is in equanimity. The feeling of equanimity is a little bit subtle than the feeling of happiness or the suffering. Make sense? So the feeling of equanimity is sometimes so means little difficult to recognize. So, but that is a very good object, good object of meditation. Okay, we start again, and you also just do same thing, but you gently close your eyes. At the same time, you focus on your feeling. Okay. Sometimes what happens is when you focus on your feeling, first your feeling is the feeling of happiness, and you focus on there, and then maybe 1 minute or 30 seconds later, that feeling changed into suffering. So that is called the feeling, the changing of suffering. The suffering has there are three different kind of sufferings: sufferings of suffering, the cause of suffering, the changing of the suffering, and then provide the suffering of the provide. Privation. Thank you. So there's three different feelings, right? Just you acknowledge, you acknowledge that it's still fun. If your feeling changes, it doesn't matter. For example, I focus on my feeling at that moment. My feeling is a little bit happy like that, and then 1 minute later, it changes. It changes, and then it arises suffering. And then I just focus on the feeling of suffering. And then I keep my mind on there around 1 minute or 2 minutes like that. After my feeling changed, maybe it comes back in the feeling of happiness, or maybe. So this is a very important. I will share you one story. There's one person who says that his friend asked him, "Did you meditate?" His friend asked him. Then he answered that, "No, I cannot meditate, because whenever I start to meditate, I remember all my families or so. And then I open his eyes, and talk with friends and so on. Then he forget all the parents or family situations. So whenever start to meditate, it's coming kind of this feeling in his mind." He answered like that. Actually, that means that person who start to meditate at that moment, they remember about that person, his family, or he remember about his family. Just acknowledge that. Oh, right now I remember my family. Or right now I remember the situation of my family. Just acknowledge, right? So this is a meditation. The problem is, if we don't know that is meditation, then anytime we have no opportunity to meditate, because the thoughts are like waves of ocean, always arise. Thoughts are non-stop, so always arise. So if we understand, oh, this is thoughts, then that is also meditation. Okay. Again, we meditate on the feeling. This is a little different feeling. Also, we little bit focus on the impermanent. Impermanent? Impermanent. Because, for example, this day there is a epidemic disease. It just come around the month, right? Around the month. So this is the condition. This is the in order to this is the condition of death. How many people die? So that is grossly obstacles. Actually, grossly obstacles. That's where we understand. Still, there are each and every moment are the obstacles of our death. I mean, each and every conditions are the maybe like a helper to death, of our death. That means each and every moment change. Each and every moment, everything's change. So we're not sure which things are cause of our death, right? So that's where we little bit the focus on the feeling, and then slowly you focus on the conditions. Condition, I don't know, this we call condition, maybe obstacles. Focus about obstacles. So how much obstacles arise in this world or in our life? The momentarily, right? So then, uh, yeah, first we start from here. Everybody close your eyes. Sorry, yeah, you close your eyes and then you focus on your feeling, okay? You keep going continuously, close your eyes and focus to me. And so now you focus on the epidemic disease. The epidemic disease is serious disease, right? If unfortunately anyone got that, this is cause of death. Cause of death, right? And then if that, anyone, if got that, this is the cause of death. But this disease, well, get or not, not sure, not sure. We don't have confidence. Oh, I will not get that disease. We don't have confidence. That means impermanent. The cause of death when comes in our life, we don't know, we're not sure. So that means impermanent, right? Let us focus again. This epidemic disease is serious. If unfortunately anyone get that disease, after we can live longer or short, we're not sure. And this disease will get or not, we're not sure. So that means in our life has many obstacles. Many obstacles. In our life, the changes are loud. Each and every change are become cause of our death. So if each and every conditions are become cause of our death, then if we don't have dharma, then what we will do this next life? We always focus this life. We always focus this life. We forget to focus next life. Whenever we forget to focus next life, we nothing to prepare anything for next life. Right? So the conditions of death are always ready. We're not sure when it comes, for example, natural disasters or different disease, or for example, epidemic disease right now. That's why we little bit focus on there. So we always focus for this life. We always forget about next life. That's where we nothing to prepare anything for next life. So now we are ready to focus next life. The next life, this body cannot help for this next life, but our mind helps for next life. Then if this mind will help, how to help this mind will help in next life. Right now we, in order to meditate, try to purify thoughts. Try to purify thoughts. So the meditation of mind will help next life. Right? So that's where we are meditate. So again, please focus on the your feeling. Yeah. So perhaps some of your feeling is a feeling of happiness. Some of your feeling is maybe the feeling of suffering because I talking about the epidemic disease and impermanence. That makes all. Maybe some of your feeling is the feeling of afraid, right? Or maybe this disease uh, effects in our life. Maybe you worry about that. So we have different feelings. So any kind of feelings arise from your mind, you just look at that feeling. Just look at that feeling and then you stay there. And maybe if 1 minute later or 2 minutes later, that feeling also will change. Maybe it's changed into the happiness, and then you just keep your mind on the feeling of happiness. This is the meditation. Whenever you lost your feeling during this meditation, there is two obstacles. One is your mind is agitated. Then your mind is, you start to focus on your feeling, and then your mind just travel to the different places. Maybe you're thinking about the future. Maybe you're thinking about the past. Maybe you're thinking about your house or your car or different things. So that means your mind, if it happened like that, that is agitated. You'll be alert at that moment. And then you start to focus on the feeling of, on your feeling. Sometimes your mind is so like foggy, falling in sleeping or sleep. So that moment also you'll be alert. You bring back your focus on your feeling. Perhaps these ideas are so easy, honestly. But the problem is we don't do that often. That's why then this is looks like so difficult to do that. Otherwise, everybody knows on feeling, right? If we really focus on there, so everybody knows on feeling. And then we are third responsibility is dedication. We are going to dedicate. This dedicate is there's also sweet dedication. Perhaps you know that. Some of you already know. I also told since last years. The past Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Tathagatas, all of their virtues we can collect. And the future Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Tathagatas and also practitioners, what they practice, we collect. And then these present Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and practitioners, what practice we collected all of these things, and then we dedicate them to the all Mother Sentient beings. We dedicate purely, sincerely. During this moment of dedication, if you can make pure your mind, then this dedication has power. And then at the moment of the dedication, if you can purely dedicate, then all the merits came in your life. Okay? So please you make motivation, and I pray. Oh Jambar Babu Jadan Jambadan Kunda Zambo Deyan Dejende Dedai Gunje Jizo Dalo Je Gewan Dada Damje Rabdo Ngo Chancho Zamjo Rambo Je Maje Bana Jijir Je Jiba Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gonda Bewa Jo Pama Simjin Damje Dedai Danger Je Endro Damje Dado Tumwara Jo Chanjo Zambai Ganda Sarjo Ba Dedai Gunja Mola Ndra Jo Gire Tumdra Jebje Joada Mandan Be Jindan Jarvat Tumban Drajan Bazon Zojer Be Traje Dejan Dender Dele Jo. Thank you very much. I rejoice all of you.